time for, are you ready?
I am.
Soul. You're not ready.
Well, last time I was, hold on. Last time I was here, I did that, but you wanted me to send it to the video. So now I was ready to send it to the video. Oh, man. Yeah. Hit me with the, yeah.
Here we go. Soul Session.
Fun.
All right.
Soul Sessions, where we try to take just a few minutes, share a few thoughts, because the whole reason that we do this live show is just to interact. We want to be able to chat with you folks in the chat, build a sense of community, hang out. We do a podcast that comes out every Thursday at 8 a.m. We talk about life. We talk about how to reach our potential. I wrote the book, Potential. We do some leadership lessons. And if you want to hear the teachings we do on the weekend, just go to Potential Church is handle, and you can find all of those videos there. By the way, Tyler, producer Carson's older brother, did a great job today teaching.
That he did. Yep. That he did. Very good word.
And so anyways, I'm going to talk about this right here. Excellence. This is a cute, I don't know if cute's the right word. This is a
cute little book.
This is a cute little book, yes, written by Joe. It's called Excellence. And I like it because it's just a great reminder. Excellence is something that's easy to forget. We get frustrated, we get angry, life seems unfair, and we forget to do things with excellence. And yet excellence is something God requires of us. So I want to give just a few thoughts that I jotted down as I was reading the book. So I'll take credit for this much, and then I'll give Joel this much credit. All right. But so let me give you a few thoughts about excellence. You okay?
I'm good.
The first one is this. If you and I want to have excellence in our life, the first thing we got to do is discipline in the small things.
That's good.
And what I mean is be excellent in the small things, like returning your cart from the grocery store or Walmart. What do you guys in the chat? Do y'all return your, I won't say returning your cart, but putting your cart, because most parking lots have this whole space that was built just for carts.
Except for Publix. Publix has it every other parking lane.
So let me ask you in the chat and ask our blonde bombers here, what is, do you return it?
At Walmart, yes. At Publix, if I'm in the lane.
If you're in the lane.
Yeah.
I walk it all the way up to the front. I wipe it down, and I wait for someone to come up to hand it to them.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like that is a mistruth.
It is.
What about in the chat? Do y'all return it? Angel says they do. Leslie says absolutely. That's impressive. Good job. Yeah. Because I think, again, what are we picking up the paper? You know, when you see the paper, taking out the trash at home, right? Folding the whatever, putting it back. All right. All those kind of small things that it's real easy to not do. But I think disciplining ourselves in those things help us to develop the habit of excellence. And that's really what we're all trying to get, right? Because the tendency is for things to fall apart. The tendency is to not do that. And some of us maybe are more natural than others. But I think that really, even when it comes to that, it is...
I'm sorry. Excellence.
Hit the cough button. But anyways, I think it's trying to discipline ourselves in the small things that we often don't think about, but can help us develop the habit of excellence. And they get the small things get noticed from people. When I was in Arkansas, Little Rock, we were trying to start a church, and so I had to get another job, and I was a trainer. Did you guys know that?
I've heard.
I did.
Do you remember that, Carson?
I don't remember it, but I've heard you say it.
But I was a trainer, and I was there with other trainers, and they were a little bit younger. And they liked me, and they gave me a bunch of hours simply because I didn't just train. I cleaned the weights, and I cleaned the, what do you call it, the thing you run on?
Treadmill.
I cleaned the treadmill, all those kind of things, as opposed to just while we were waiting for clients, as opposed to just standing around. and those things get noticed. So excellence starts with a habit, and the habit takes discipline. The thing Joel talks about in the book, he writes a whole chapter about don't settle for good enough. And again, there's a tendency to do that, isn't there? Especially if you've had some success in your life, and so you settle for, well, that's good enough, right? We have a worship leader in the house, right, William?
Come on.
Who's good enough?
Have you ever let? Have you ever led a song that you didn't know the words to? You didn't know. Let me say it a different way. Let me say it a different way.
Hey, man,
Did you ever lead a song that you didn't learn the words to?
This week.
At camp?
Yes.
Right? Because, and I'm not saying this is Will's case. I'm sure time was of the essence. He was given the song at the very last second. He didn't have time to learn it. But
Justified.
I have seen folks learn it good enough, right? They learn the chorus and then they look at the monitor in the back for the verses, right? And because that's a tendency for all of us, right? It's good enough. And where do we have to be most careful of good enough? In the areas that we're most gifted in. Speakers can be like this, right? That's just good enough, and because often your good enough is better than somebody else's, maybe more than enough. But we're not comparing ourselves to other people when it comes to excellence. We're comparing ourselves to what is our potential, what is our capacity, right? So we want to discipline ourselves in the small things so we can develop the habits. Secondly, we want to settle for good enough. Joel also says in the book, stay focused. Another area of excellence he talks about is living life. In other words, living on purpose, and how easy it is to lose time, to drift. What do y'all lose time when it comes to your purpose? What distracts you from your potential or from your purpose? Let me tell you what distracts. I'll tell you while you're thinking about it. Y'all in the chat, let us know what distracts you from your purpose or from your potential. In other words, from the excellence, living life excellently. Excellent. How do you say that?
Excellently.
Yes, excellently.
Yeah, just like that.
Perfect.
For me, it's worry.
Okay.
You know what
I
I'm
would
saying?
agree that is for you.
Well, because I can be off, right? And I can't enjoy being off because I'm worried about what's happening while I'm off. And then after I'm off, I get mad at myself for worrying about, so I waste time on both sides. I waste time worrying, and then I waste time worrying about worrying. And I blame my mom for that.
That's great.
How about you guys? Anything, or are you just focused all the time?
No, I think time management for me, like trying to manage what needs the most time, or what's the most, like what has priority, and then the other things.
Mm-hmm.
Hobbies. I have a lot of hobbies. And they don't often, they are hobbies, but in my mind, they're not hobbies. They're my new life's mission.
Of becoming great.
Yes. It's a flaw. I'm working on it.
At our house, we had equipment from not just major sport, but almost every sport ever created that Carson at one time was all in on.
Would you like to hear something?
Yes.
At my house, we have equipment from every sport.
I have as well.
I have done as a full-on adult. So, like I said, I'm working on
in
it.
my trunk right now. I have disc golf, my bowling ball, golf bag, and ice skates.
Oh, ice skates.
Yeah, hockey skates.
Are you a good skater?
I'm average.
I'd like to see that.
All right, let's go out. Maybe that's the next video.
There you go.
Pastors on ice.
I like that. I mean,
Let's do it.
I mean,
We have like a race.
I guess I'm still young enough.
Absolutely.
Let's do roller skates because that takes me back to my high school days.
There you go.
I'm talking about the 4-wheel type.
Right.
I'm not talking about the inline.
With the little rubber thing at the front.
Yeah, that's how you twirl.
Galaxy Skateway.
That's how you twirl.
I don't know if they're
right
still
there.
open.
I
But
think they are. They are.
What do some of the folks in the chat get distracted by? Producers, that's when you highlight it, all right? Fear of failing. Natasha says. Yeah, failure is
Impatient.
what is it? Thinking about what others. Ooh, that's a good one too. Not my girlfriend. All right, let me give you this last one and we'll wrap it up. We'll end on that one. Not my girlfriend. All right, so you got to discipline yourself in the small things so you can develop the habits. Don't settle for good enough. You got to stay focused on pursuing your purpose and your potential. And then I was thinking about this. If we want to do life excellently,
Yeah.
You got it.
That was good enough.
okay, then I got to say it right. If we want to do life excellently, how do you say it?
Excellently.
Hold it, slow it down.
Okay, you go.
No,
One at
you
a
go,
time.
please.
No, you got it.
Excellently.
Excellently.
There you go.
All right. So
That
if we
was
want
excellent.
so if we want to do life excellently,
That was
ask.
Something.
This is what I put down. Ask the question. Because I don't think sometimes we ask the question. Here's the question. What does an excellent spouse look like? You know, what does an excellent parent look like? What's an excellent boyfriend or girlfriend look like? Who was it that asked about their
Chris.
Chris, an excellent employee, an excellent employer. Because I think if we want to do life excellently,
Ooh, getting closer.
I keep going because I'm not going to settle for anything less than excellence. Amen. If we want to do life that way, we need to know what it looks like. Like, what does an excellent husband look like, or an excellent wife, or a father, or a pastor, or a hockey player, or whatever it is that you're pursuing? To take some time and jot that down and think about it, and then reflect on our life of whether or not we're actually living that out. But anyways, this is a great book. Going to get some of these. I think it'd be great for folks to read, especially in the area of ministry, because churches are so well known for not doing things with excellence. And I am so thankful for all the folks that are a part of Potential Church who do things with excellence over and over again. Very, very proud of that. All right.